I'm fucking done for. That's what I thought as the colossus of a demon wetted its blooded red mouth. I saw it charging right for me. That's when it happened. I'm from the small city of Malt, on the border of the King of Yaran. That was where I learned finer became an adventurer. Nearby, there were 2 labyrinths. This one of them being labyrinth of the reflected moon. On the first few floors, skeletons and goblins are the common mobs that appear and hunted daily. They are weak and can be an easy source of raw materials and magical stones, which can be sold to the guild for precious food. I have lived this pathetic life for 10 years, still sitting at the bronze class I was assigned to since the very beginning. Preceding that rank is silver and gold. I fully understand that I don't have enough talent to get there, but that doesn't mean I should give up. This is enough to live for a few more days. Guess I will return. A dream that hadn't changed since the day I jumped in at 15. One day I shall reach the platinum rank and enter what's said to be the glory of adventures, of which there are few, the legendary mythic rank. Of course, Shot's titles are only hopes and dreams for me. My situation right now is still grim. With my strength, I am surrounded by 4 or 5 low-class monsters. I have no choice but to run. Or only do what I am able to without reaching my limit. Under this principle, I spent the days meticulously training and exploring. I was sure that life will be same for a while. I thought that so long as I didn't give up, the road would continue. When I return to the guild today and get my reward, I will start preparation for my next expedition. That's what I thought. Despite that, it abruptly appeared. Where is it? It's not on the map. Don't tell me this path is uncharted. In 10 years of exploring, this is a first. In each case, a new pathway and rooms being found in a dungeon cleared long is a huge discovery. There may even be high-class magic weapons and armor, even if there isn't. Just mapping it out should make me quite a bit of money. So with those reckless thoughts, I took a step into the room. It was a terrible decision. Adventurers are wont to go on adventures, not wont to recklessly dive in without planning. In reality, there are many who dive in without thinking, and I was one of those fools. And that time, I should have just ignored it. It's massive. Well then, let's see if there's anything strange. A monster's voice. Where is it coming from? Above? Hey, what is that? Assuming my eyes were playing tricks on me, that was a dragon. It's a monster of the highest class. Its strength is said to be comparable to a demon knight, of which there are only 4 in the world. It's said that its existence is closer to that of God than creatures. A bronze class adventurer suddenly attacking it was ensured their defeat. Crap. I need to hurry up and... my body won't move. The difference in our strength is too great. That that the pressure of magic power from giant monsters is enough to completely rob you of control over your body. Assuming that is what's happening right now, that means your opponent is a bonfire train. Give me a break. I made a living off crappy quests, choose to earn a penny without giving up. I continued being an adventurer with the dream of eventually becoming a mythic class adventurer. Will it end here? It ended so quickly. But here can finally end. A feeling of releasing from the horrible feelings of regret I was carrying filled me. As my body settled within the mouth of the dragon, just like that, a strange thing has occurred. I woke up. That's right. Woke up. Despite knowing that I hadn't definitely been eaten by a dragon and died, my consciousness still existed. But there's something off. Whenever I go home, I'm out. My voice won't come out. My throat, my vocal cords aren't there. What is this? I still have clothes on my body, but I have no flesh on my arms. There's nothing within my body. No, that can't be it. Isn't that impossible? That I, Lento, the lowest bronze class adventurer, instead of a silver or mythic class adventurer, am a skeleton. I've changed classes. I am a mob. How did that even happen? There was no doubt that I was eaten by a dragon. But despite that, I'm still living. Am I even alive right now? Isn't the skeleton an undead mob incapable of dying, even with a consciousness and the ability to move my body? Am I still classified as dead? No. Rather than that, what should I do in this situation? That's the first thing I should be thinking of. Since I cannot talk with the body, if I return to town, I would immediately be branded as a monster and become a target to get rid of. I can't return to the town just to be killed. So, do I just continue to live here? But even if this is a labyrinth near the border, people stronger than me are wondering about. If I run into someone like that, I would be able to escape. This is more troublesome than I thought. Whenever I try to live or die, a monster like me doesn't have a choice. Do I bury myself deep in the labyrinth and distance myself from humans? No, just because I'm a monster doesn't mean I will get along with other monsters. If I get defeated by someone stronger than me as a skeleton, that's the end. Becoming food for the other mobs. Food. Monsters' food. That's it. There was another option. No, then I'm like this. I should be able to do it right. Existential evolution. Lent, there is this certain strange trait that can be found in monsters. They can absorb magic energy from opponents they defeat. That process is called as existential evolution. Existential evolution. Humans can also absorb strength from the monsters they defeat. But there is a natural difference in the absorption rate and quality between humans and monsters. Humans can absorb magical power too, but not all of it is efficiently used. That's why there are those who become strong after an outrageous numbers of years. However, monsters' bodies are strongly influenced by magic. The difference is attributed to the difference in cells with the body and the inherent balance of magic. But basically, the more you fight, the stronger you will get. When a being becomes stronger and is filled with magic, its existence itself transforms into a higher class individual. That's adaptive evolution. If only we knew how it worked, we might find some useful information about the circumstances that the monsters in the dungeon live in. Here are the recorded documents. Know that as a price for the information, how about I have you clean up my room? You're the same as ever, Lorraine. I will get right to work then. Wouldn't I be able to do, existential evolution? After that, I read quite a bit of research books on monsters. When skeletons evolve, they become ghouls. I read something like that in one of them. While a ghoul is still an undead creature, it resembles a human being more than a skeleton. If I cover my flesh with ropes and face with a mask, I should be able to insist that I'm human. With that, I might be able to go back to town and explain that happened to some people I know. Honestly, I don't know if I'm even a monster right now. I know I might be an absurd idea, but it's the only thing I can do right now. I will defeat monsters and aim for existential evolution. And so I lent out a sad, physical, unable as a skeleton in my mind, and still must resolve clinging to a hope I didn't want. In the labyrinth, I will become a ghoul. To be continued. Thank you for listening to Chapter 1. I hope you liked it, and please like, share, comment. This is a remaster of my first release. So I hope you like it even more. Also, this is the first time I use a new microphone, so it will be different to the later chapters. And see you in the next chapter, chapter 2. And bye bye.